All right. What is up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Super excited for today's video. Bitcoin has been raging. Okay. So we'll talk about Bitcoin a little bit, but we want to dive into Injective, right? So we're going to take a look at the INJBTC chart, okay, because this can give us a little bit more insights. And then we'll break down the INJUSDT chart and go over the possible scenario that I think we're going to have when it comes to Injective and INJ. So be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Actually, started a completely free newsletter for you guys. Okay, it's called Investment Intelligence. Really good, free, valuable finance content, and I also give out free trade ideas in there, so you can get that directly to your inbox if you guys are fans of free, valuable content and you want free trade ideas sent directly to your inbox. You can also join the Discord. In the Discord, you can get access to all of the trade ideas. There's a link in the description for both of those. All right, as well as a Ko-Fi page where you can book 30-minute or 1-hour personal sessions. You can request a specific YouTube video on there, all by accessing the Ko-Fi page right there directly. Now, Bitcoin continues to push higher around ETF excitement and ETF news. This is, really good news for the crypto environment as a whole. But you do need to be a little bit cautious, okay? Bitcoin has been trading, very systematically and very algorithmically, right? You can see the buying algorithms that we, tend to trade within, right? It's very structured, right? It's very clean structure, right? You can spot the structure and it's very clean. And we're, approaching a trend line right here. Okay. So, we want to be a little bit cautious. Oftentimes after Bitcoin gets these massive pumps, there's a little bit of a consolidation period and sometimes even a pullback afterwards to major areas of liquidity, right? So, being that we're trading up here, we may continue to progress up higher, but essentially from a trading standpoint, what you would look for is a retest of this zone here, right around 32K roughly. And then you would look for a potential entry to the next move higher to the next area of liquidity right around 38K. We won't spend too much time on Bitcoin. All right, we're going to get into INJBTC. So this is the Injective Bitcoin chart. And you can see it typically after it has these really, really large pushes up higher, it goes through this consolidation phase here as well. And then when it breaks out, it gets another massive explosion to the upside. And after the most recent one, earlier in the year, it's been consolidating for a very long time. Now, typically, the longer the consolidation phase, the stronger the move is going to be. So the INJ BTC chart is a little bit more bullish, perhaps than the INJ USDT chart. All of these charts are in overbought territory if you look at your RSI, but just because something is overbought does not mean it can't go higher, right? We're extremely overbought at these levels, and then we consolidated and cooled off here and raged to the upside. And we've consolidated here for a while, okay, making higher lows consistently, and we've just broken out and made new higher highs. All right, again, we're in that overbought territory, so it's possible we can pull back. Essentially, you would look for if we do pull back, you would look for a retest of your range, right? So we're trading in the range. You would look for a break and retest and a push up higher from a trading standpoint. This is our INJ USDT chart, all right, and we've gotten a pretty significant 5-wave move to the upside. The 5th wave can extend a little bit higher if it wants to around 13.8, but initially the targets were 11.2 on that. And typically after you get 5 bullish waves, you're going to get an ABC correction. Okay. So, at this point, this is where we would be looking for a correction on Injective. And, we want to see some type of a ABC structure to it, and, get a pullback. Now, it doesn't have to pull back all the way to these levels, but some of the levels that we'd be looking for this ABC to target, if we get below 11.24, it's going to be basically $10 and $9 are going to be some of the key areas where we're looking at. If it breaks below there, there's going to be some support around 8, a little bit above and a little bit below. So those are going to be all of the key levels. What you want to watch out for, okay, is going to be something known as bearish divergence. All right. So bearish divergence, to put very simply, right, you can see here when the price is going higher. So we're doing a simple thing called making higher highs, right? And then here, at this point, we're actually making lower highs on the RSI, right? You can see we have a downtrend. So we're making lower highs on the RSI, higher highs on the price. That's a simple term known as bearish divergence, and it's an indicator we could see a pullback, right? And then what do we get? We end up getting that pullback. Okay. And then same thing over here. If you take a look, we have highs and then we have higher highs. So we create a larger bearish divergence where we have, a high and then a lower high again on the RSI. And what do we get? Well, we end up getting that pullback, right? So if we do continue to push higher, right, and let's say Injective continues to go up higher, right, and we do something like this, all right, and head up towards that 13.8 area, what you want to be cautious of is the RSI doing something like this, okay, and at which point we would have a bearish divergence, right, where the price is making higher highs, okay, but these the price of the token is the price of the tokens making higher highs, but the RSI is starting to make these lower highs. That's going to be a bearish divergence and an indicator that we could see a pullback. So, just because something's overbought doesn't mean it has to pull back. As I explained earlier, there's lots of strength right now in Injective, and it can potentially continue going higher. If it does, keep an eye out for that bearish divergence. If we do end up getting a pullback because of these overbought conditions, you want to look for an ABC correction, some clean ABC structures, clean correction structure for a potential push up higher. Now, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and let me know what cryptocurrencies are you guys most bullish on to finish out the year for 2023.